guys, so as you guys can see by the title, we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Obviously it's not an elephant in the room that nobody's talking about. Like, everybody's talking about it everywhere. Honestly, you can't get on social media right now without seeing your whole entire feed about the coronavirus. Now, I think that I have a different perspective than probably most people on the coronavirus, and so I want to just kind of talk about that today for a little bit. I know this video is going up later than planned. We had a super busy weekend, and I wanted to film a video and get it up for you guys today and try and like catch up and get back into my routine of things, especially if a lot of quarantines are going to be happening. So here's the thing. When I first heard about the coronavirus, my first instinct and reaction was, okay, fine, like no big deal, people are freaking out for nothing, whatever. Now, I still feel that kind of same way about it, only to a certain degree though. Here's the thing. So the research that I've done and what I've heard is that the people that are most at risk, and I am not a medical professional, I am not saying I know everything, this is just what I know, this is the educated decision I've made, is that the people who are most at risk are people who have immune disorders, or people who are elderly, have existing health conditions, etc. Now, I'm not gonna be that selfish person and be like, oh, this is no big deal, it doesn't affect me, because that, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, was kind of my first reaction to hearing about the coronavirus. But the reality is that it does affect a lot of people. People are dying from it. I understand that. Now, I have to make a public apology. I had posted on my Facebook basically a scathing post. It really wasn't that bad, but I had posted on my Facebook because I went to order groceries. This was, I don't know, I think I ordered them on Thursday because I wanted to pick them up Friday. So I ordered my groceries online through Walmart, and I was doing a whole bunch of research because I didn't want to go out in the madness to go grocery shopping. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna order everything online. Also, really quick, I don't know how this lighting is coming across. We just got new lights installed, and so I don't know if I'm super washed out, but ignore the lighting. We're gonna mess with that and figure it out. Anyway, but I ordered my groceries online, and I was trying to get baby wipes for Novely because we only had like a very little bit left and we were gonna run out. And I was super pissed off because I couldn't find baby wipes anywhere. And then the more research I did, I found out that the reason I couldn't find baby wipes anywhere is because everybody's buying up the baby wipes because the toilet paper was sold out. Because people started panicking and buying everything like in mass quantities because they, for whatever reason, I'm not gonna put myself in their mind and try and figure that out because I'm not gonna be able to understand it. So at some point people started panicking and they bought up all the toilet paper, and then the people who couldn't get any toilet paper were like, oh, well, we'll just use baby wipes. And I get the logic there. I mean, everybody needs something to be able to clean themselves, but here's the thing. Babies, a lot of babies, not just my baby is included in this, have sensitive bottoms. And because of that, they need wipes that are going to be unscented and that aren't going to hurt their butt. You can't just use toilet paper on a baby's butt, at least not on my babies, because their skin is so soft and just honestly so sensitive that if you did that, it causes like bleeding and irritation and sometimes infection from all of that kind of stuff. I was like super mad, and I posted on there that it's not the end of the world and that people needed to be more considerate. I still feel this way, but I want to give a public apology because I really kind of pointed fingers, so to speak, and I was really kind of rude about my post because I was basically saying that because some people were being idiots, that my baby wouldn't get what she needed. And honestly, I was met with nothing but kindness from people who were asking if we still need things, if Novely has what she needs, do we have enough wipes, do we have enough diapers, do we have enough formula, all these different things. We have been met every single need. People were offering, if they went out and they found stuff, they, picked it up for us and gave it to us, and that, I honestly can tell you, like, that meant the world to me because I was having such a hard time, and I don't want to take my infant child out in the madness because people are being terrible. Everybody's like pushing and shoving and freaking out and taking everything, and it's it's honestly scary how people are reacting to this. It's kind of like Black Friday times 10. It's so scary. See, I go out shopping on Black Fridays though. That doesn't scare me. This kind of scares me. I don't want to take my child out in that, and my husband works full-time, so it's not like he can stay home with the baby. My parents work full-time. Like, I don't have somebody I can just take the baby to because everybody's working full-time. I'm the only one who doesn't work, so if I need to go out and get something, I have to take her with me, and that is not a great situation right now. So anyway, I want to make a public apology that I kind of like grouped and stereotyped and everything, because that was wrong of me. I shouldn't have reacted that way.
But guys, let's talk about this, okay?
I get that people are like really afraid of this. This is new, this is scary, and I understand that. Don't get me wrong, there are parts of me that is a little bit afraid of what's going on, and I don't want the people around me to suffer. My grandparents who are elderly and who could be affected by this. I have friends who have autoimmune disorders or things that will keep them from being able to fight off that infection, and that scares me. That does bother me, and I do care about them, so I'm going to do my part by keeping my hands washed, keeping my distance. I did some research on the CDC's website about like how to protect yourself and like the symptoms and things like that. And honestly, the biggest thing as far as protecting yourself is washing your hands often with soap and water. The CDC says to do that for at least 20 seconds, especially after you've been in a public place or after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing. The other thing they say is to avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos for quite a while now, you guys probably know that I have like really, really bad allergies. So I touch my eyes and my nose a lot. I also mess with my hair a lot, and those are just like my things, so to speak. It's just what I do. So I'm personally really going to be working hard on that, but I'm kind of self-quarantining my family. If I have to go out, I will. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not super concerned for us because we're not really considered the ones most at risk, but I do want to protect those who are at risk. I want to keep my family healthy. So that is one thing. But I really want to encourage you guys in this time, because people are panicking and it's scary and, you know, it's new. I just want to encourage you guys to kind of not look at things with such a narrow perspective, but to kind of look at the big picture. So the thing is with this coronavirus that is so similar to the flu, this isn't going to just go away if we all quarantine ourselves. Like, yes, it'll temporarily go away, and we may be able to hopefully in that time develop a cure or a vaccine or something like that. We're going to all quarantine ourselves. It's going to temporarily go away, and then next year, just like the flu, it's going to come back. So instead of panicking and freaking out every time this comes around and people just like losing their minds,
Literally.
I want to encourage you guys to be kind and courteous. Only get what you need. I want to encourage you guys to do your part. You know, if you have somebody who has traveled outside, like, keep your distance, do what the CDC is recommending, do what you're being told, but keep a calm and level head. Only get what you need, and I cannot emphasize that enough, because people are stockpiling, and then those of us who aren't losing our minds and we're just doing the grocery shopping like paycheck to paycheck, that's how I live, that's how we get by. We can't go out and buy these things in bulk and stock up and things like that. So you guys have to understand that there are people out there who can't do that. I'm not saying don't make sure your family is you know, taken care of or whatever. I understand that some people have these autoimmune disorders, or some people are elderly, but if you guys have seen social media, you guys understand that there's so many elderly out there who are not getting what they need, or who are having to go to the store. So offer to go for them, like, and bring those things to them to keep them from being out in the midst of this and increasing their chances of catching this coronavirus. Just be more considerate, be more compassionate. This is the time when we really need those sorts of things. For me, my comfort is in my relationship with God. I know that no matter what happens, He's got it all. That's my comfort. Not everybody is a Christian or a believer or whatever. See, touching my nose, but washed hands. And I will wash them again. I wash them a lot. God is my comfort, because I know that no matter what happens, I know exactly where I'm going, so I have nothing to be afraid of here on this earth. And that is a huge comfort for me. I think it's why I'm able to keep myself so calm and generally level-headed, other than my big blow up on social media. But I want to encourage you guys to do the same. Like I said, look at the bigger picture. Not all of this is about, you know, me. Think about the other people out there, you know, single moms, people who don't have the ability to be able to stockpile and get everything stored up. You know, we all still have to live as well. And if everybody is panicking and mass buying, that leaves nothing for those people who actually need it. I want to strongly encourage you guys to do your research. Do not just freak out because you saw a post on Facebook about blah, 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 blah. Like, read, do your research. There's nothing we can do about it. So panicking isn't going to get us anywhere. I heard actually on another, like a live stream that I had been watching, that people were talking about the coronavirus, that somebody had said that worrying is like riding a rocking horse. It gives you something to do, but it gets you nowhere. So I want to encourage you guys today to think about others, meet your needs, and just don't panic. Take things one day at a time, ride this out. This will pass. It cannot go on forever. So be calm, be considerate of those around you, be kind, be generous. If you're one of those people who has stockpiled, give some of that stockpile to somebody who needs it. An elderly person, a mom who can't find wipes for her baby, which is a very common occurrence. And unfortunately, like, I've seen some things where you can make your own baby wipes, which is great, but you need like paper towels or napkins or things of that sort, or toilet paper, things of that sort, to be able to make it. And those things are sold out. So try to, you know, if you hear of a mom in need who needs baby wipes, gift those to them. Do not charge them. I'm seeing so many people getting on Facebook, marking up these prices so super high, and it's ridiculous. Do not capitalize on this. Be a decent human being. Share your supply. Give what you can. I'm not saying everybody can do that, but there are some people who can. So those are my 2 cents on the coronavirus. I know things are constantly changing, things are updating. We're not freaking out. I encourage you not to freak out. I encourage you to find comfort in knowing that you're doing everything you can to keep you and your family healthy and those around you. What more can we ask for? Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I'm sorry that this is going up late. Hopefully I will have more videos going up on time. Things have just kind of been a little rocky lately. So I really want to encourage you guys though, and let you know that we're all in this together. Everybody's going through the same thing, and we're all gonna figure it out. Somehow things are going to work out the way that God intended them to. So have an amazing week. Try not to panic. Enjoy the time at home with your loved ones. Don't go out unless you have to. Wash your hands. Try not to touch your face, nose, and mouth. If you feel like you have symptoms, self-quarantine and talk to your doctor and do your research. Get on the CDC's website. They have information on symptoms, how to protect yourself, the people who are most at risk, like everything. So love you guys. I will see you guys in our next video on Thursday.